I don't know. Is that bear poop? Whatever it is. This is where I ask you guys questions. Guess what? We are out in Colorado doing some hiking. Some things that everybody should do is go out and get some sun. Vitamin D is one of the it is proven that higher vitamin D levels above like 40 something, when they measure it like per milliliter or something through moles, I think. If you have vitamin D that's over 20 and definitely even over 40, but not too high, but those people are doing better and not having as much trouble with COVID symptoms because vitamin D strengthens your endothelial blood cells. And that's one of the targets of the consequences of one of the impacts of SARS-CoV-2. Anyway, point is, it's good to get outside and get some sun. It's going to make you healthier. That's my advice for your health. But a lot of people are asking other questions. Ken, what are the baseball picks today? Ken, what did you just send me about the baseball picks today? Ken, do you do any other sports? Ken, how's it going? How's it going? And I'd love to explain every single baseball game and answer all these questions. We're going to do the best we can. But here's what's going on right now. Do we go right? Do we go left? The sign says left. So in the baseball season, you're like 3 weeks into the baseball season or 2.5 weeks into the baseball season. And some teams haven't even played full normal scheduled games because they were off for COVID or whatever. Which I think is going to be a rolling thing. I think you can expect delays, but things to eventually get played as people have to sit out because they may have tested positive or have symptoms or whatever. And that's okay. I guess that's the new world we live in right now. And it does result in things ending, it ends up with like a World Series happening on Christmas Day and the Super Bowl happening on July 4th, but who knows, whatever. The point is, I think that's the way it's going to go. So that means sports are kind of here to stay in a rolling fashion. So when you're looking at the statistics of a baseball team, you have their stats from last year, 2019, right? That's good. But now you also have 2020 stats that are incomplete and jumbled. So things like teams that haven't played as many games like Philadelphia look like they're behind. Miami, same, different. There's all kinds of things to explain what's happening in the data. So what I decided to do was take a look at all of the information as if the 2019 pitching stats applied, and then take a separate look and say, well, hey, what does it look like if we look at how those pitchers have done so far in 2020? Even though they may only have 0, 1, 2, more poop, 3 starts, right? But somebody who's been crushing it like Dylan Bundy should have been looked at yesterday against Oakland with the Angels. And we have to look at both years. So that's why you're seeing two different looks. So what can we gain from that now that it's more confusing? What's the purpose of this? Well, in order to find something that is a good bet, you want to have all of the stars to align. Okay, everything wants to look good, meaning your team's offense looks good, your team's pitching looks good, the other team's offense looks bad, the other team's pitching looks bad. The season, you want everything going in one direction, and hopefully Vegas is giving you a reasonable line, right? That's all you can ask for in life, is a reasonable line on something that you really believe in. So as we compile all the stats and we look at one year versus another, having all of the stars align means that both the 2019 based sheet and the 2020 based sheet, if they don't agree, they're at least consistent on the value of the pick and the reasoning in our game flow and the reason why we like something. So all that being said, how many minutes are we in? We're about to lose video. All that being said, my pick of the day is Baltimore plus 1.5, which I just saw on DraftKings. There you go, DraftKings. You're getting sponsorship from me if you want it. I love your product. I will say DraftKings, where I can make this bet from where I'm walking right now. I'll be able to do that when I stop recording. Baltimore was like minus 125 when you picked them plus 1.5 runs. That seems like a great bet. The over in that game is also a great idea because there's no pitching there. Anyway, I'll do more videos to discuss in the future, but there's a lot to talk about and it's a long season. And I do other sports. We'll talk about those in other videos.